Hi, I'm Samir, and before I begin, I would like to ask you a quick question. Well, raise your hand if you had ever given a stranger root access to your production server with no background check, no permission audit, no guardrail. Well, nobody, obviously. But here's what's happening right across the AI ecosystem. We are defining autonomous agent in plain text file, giving them identities, permissions, tool access, and deploying them without ever asking the question, is that agent actually secure? Well, we review the code, we review infrastructure, but nobody is actually reviewing the agent. Even I'm very sure in this hackathon you might get a lot of submission about the agents that could be easily jailbroken or somewhat abused in a way. Hi, I'm Samir and I'm building Ghost for the GitAgent hackathon, or you can say it's an agent for the agents. The GitAgent standard is brilliant. The SOUL.md defines what an agent is. The RULES.md define what it can, what it must and must never do. The SKILL.md defines what it can do. Well, it's clean, it's git-native, it's composable, but here's the problem that nobody is actually talking about. These files can actually contradict each other. Supposedly a rule.md files that says never execute a destructive command. A skill grants bash tool access with no restriction. That's not a theoretical risk. That's a jailbreak vector sitting right in your repo right now, waiting for a cleverly worded prompt to exploit it. Supposedly a soul says I'm a helpful customer support agent. A skill lets it read it and write arbitrary file. Well, that's scope creep. That's a liability. And the scariest part, you won't know until something goes wrong right in the production. There's no linter for agent security, no CI check, no audit trail until now. Now we have Ghost. Hi, and now let's get back to the skill that Ghost has. So it has contradictory scan, which finds the logical conflict between SOUL.md, RULES.md, and the skills. It has exploit path simulator. It uses chain of thought to construct a multi-step attack paths, and it has peer review critic. It acts out and filters out the false positive and critic findings. It has general adversarial prompt jailbreak that tests rule enforcement, detects capabilities that exceeds the agent's declared mission, identifies missing hard boundaries. We have rule completeness and risk scorecard that quantifies and gives a success rate and enforces a real gate. And we have security report, which looks something like that. As you can see, this is a report the Ghost gives at the end. Now I'd like to show you how Ghost works in production. Hi, and now as you can see, the Ghost is actually hosted, or you can say uploaded on the studio. All you need to do is just find it on the marketplace. It is also over there, as you can see. So now let's ask Ghost to audit itself. As you see, I saw it did, so it just audited itself over here. Now I would like to show you how audit like that looks. As you can see, it generated a file. First, it has contradiction scan, which tried finding the contradiction between SOUL.md, RULES.md, and SKILL.md, the markdown files. And then we have the boundary probe suite that target Ghost own RULES.md markdown constants. So these are the things it came across. As you can see, it gave it a rating of high, critical, or low. And then we have adversarial prompts, like how we are lacking the things. It is actually pointing out the things which is going wrong, so the person can fix us. It is giving also the advices, etc. And then we have rule completeness. It is also checking the control rule for data privacy, destructive operation, etc., etc., and for the abuse, as you can see. And then we have the risk scorecard, security report. So this is the security report it came with. It has 4 high issues, 3 medium level issues, 2 low level issues, and this is recommendation roadmap it generated, so the person can actually make their own agent more secure. And it is also giving it justification, so we actually understand how the model is actually working on this. So this is how it is. It is uploaded on the agent studio, you can see in the marketplace. So this is how Ghost works, and it is also uploaded on the GitHub repository. Please do check us out. And one more thing I would like to add is the future of software is multi-agent. The agents will collaborate, delegate, and operate autonomously across repository, but none of that scale would happen without security. So Ghost is the missing security layer for GitAgent ecosystem that turns every deployment from leap to fate into a verified release. So I'm Sameer, this is Ghost, and hopefully your agent has been already audited. Thank you.